Hey everybody, Josh Sigurdson of World Alternative Media here, and of course I'm joined by author and economic analyst here at WAM, John Sneisen, and something funny is happening in Switzerland, John. So can you go into this a bit?
Well, I think something funny is happening in Switzerland because of stupid monetary policies, first of all. And what is currently actually happening is, it's the headline of the article says, Swiss savers are storing cash in boxes in order to tackle negative interest rates. So people are literally, and especially big corporations, are taking out money in cash and then actually putting it, storing it either, in their own presence in like boxes, literally, like people are saying, or they store in a vault. But what is interesting is the reason why this is happening is because the central bankers of Switzerland did a terrible mistake of putting their interest rate down to negative 0.75%. It's just like a horrible idea. I don't know why they're doing this. They must try to, completely demolish the Swiss economy, and
isn't that the point? Isn't that the point? Just demolish, create a whole bunch of debt-dependent people.
And I do believe it's going to actually happen here very soon as well. I think actually
in Canada,
the United States, it was talks that at Jackson Hole Symposium when Janet Yellen was speaking there, they actually discussed negative interest rates in the United States at the Fed. So I think that's way more likely than an interest rate hike.
Yeah, of course.
But going back to Switzerland and what's happening there, I just wanted to go quickly into some interesting facts about it. And one of the very interesting facts is Helvetica Holdings said it charges about 1,000 franc a year to insure 1 million franc in cash.
Yeah.
Okay. So the reason why they're doing this is because if corporations had that in their bank account with the bank in any Swiss bank, it would actually cost them about 7,500 because of 0.75% negative interest rates. So it's a total demolishment of the savers and people that want to, maybe, try to keep some money for themselves, take it out of the surveilled, digital system we have, and have some privacy with their own cash. It's very dangerous to have some privacy for these central bankers, and of course they would love to take that away from us and totally demolish that cash.
Well, yeah, because they
hate cash. They are disgusted by the cash because what it does, it eliminates the potential for them to actually put a negative interest rate with any power whatsoever, because people are taking it out and then they can't, of course, negative interest rate on cash holders.
They hate sound money because that doesn't give them as much of an opportunity in order to create debt. And when we talk about something as non-transparent as what we're talking about, I mean, these guys love to not be under the magnifying glass of the populace, because what it does is it allows them to basically get away with anything. And the whole fact of the matter is they are trying to make you dependent. They are trying to put you in debt. They love debt enslavement because they thrive on debt, as we've gone over so many times before. So can you go a bit further into this here, John?
What is the end game here is, and everybody's saying it in Switzerland, it's a terrible idea. It's just going to bring down the Swiss economy. And there's nothing good about negative interest rates. USB Chief Officer Sergio Ermati said in March, negative interest rates are encouraging risky lending practices among some banks, potentially posing a threat to wider financial system. So, there's so many things wrong with these negative interest rates that I don't know where they even got the idea from, this stupid idea.
Well,
but it's just
part of the script.
Yeah, of course. And I think it's just to loot us even more. Yeah, they could loot us through negative interest rates in your savings account is one thing, but then of course you can also have inflation, which is another negative interest rate when you really think about it.
It's another tax. It's another tax. It's all other tax. Inflation's another form of tax.
It's a bank
negative interest rates.
It's a tax of the monetary system. It's a monetary tax, basically.
Yeah, that's absolutely. And they love the idea of a negative interest rate because, look, they have nowhere else to go. They've manipulated the markets and they've manipulated the economy to the point of absolute desecration. And what it means is that if they try to raise interest rates, well, how long would it take for that economy to implode?
Oh, exactly. And I just want to say one more little quote here from someone. It says, cash hoarding is a problem for monetary policy.
Yeah.
It's a question of efficiency. The more corporates hoard cash, the smaller the impact of negative interest rates. Great. We're defeating negative interest rates. Let's do it.
I thought you said corporate whore there. Makes sense.
But anyways, let's all start to really attack these banksters. And let's, this is my opinion, what we should do, of course. But I think we should all start taking out as much money as we can from our bank accounts, stash it in cash, stash the fiat cash. Not that I really like fiat paper money because they can destroy it very easily.
It will revert to zero
But
eventually.
we need to fight them at their battleground. And
Yeah.
I think if we start to take out a whole bunch of cash, well, even if 5%, maybe even less than that in most banks, comes and wants their cash out of the bank, well, that bank will have a run on the bank and it will go bankrupt. So it's time to stash your cash, guys.
And it's worth pointing out, as we've pointed out in so many other reports before, that the banks, once your money's in that bank, it's not your money, it is the bank's money. As long as it's in that bank account, you don't own it. So they could do whatever they want with it, and they've proven that. And they're pushing for these bail-in regimes across the globe. These globalists are pushing for this. And at the same time, I mean, it's dangerous, of course, to hoard a whole bunch of gold or something in your house. There's private vaults in a lot of places. You guys should check out private vaults in your locale, because that can save you a lot. I mean, if you put your money in a private vault, it's still yours.
Yeah, and remember when we talked to Marco Byrne back for a bunch of months ago, he was talking about how they already were stashing a whole bunch of cash together with their gold. So it's just intensifying right now, the whole issue of negative interest rates.
Everything's intensifying right now, man. I can't even keep up with it, because so much is happening at the same time. So thank you, John. Can you give us a bottom line to this report?
Well, the bottom line is don't believe anything banker tells you, and don't believe anything the government tells you. Actually, it was an advice that I got from a guy. I was up in Thompson, Manitoba at a gas station, and his owner told me his mom, that was from Ukraine, she lived in Germany during the hyperinflation. He said the one advice his mom gave him was, don't trust bankers and don't trust your government. Absolutely. That is a bottom line for life in general, folks, not just this report. So thank you very much, John, and we'll be back at you with much more. Check the links below. GoFundMe, Patreon. We couldn't do it without you. We do this stuff for free, and any bit of help is very, very much appreciated, folks. So thanks again, John. This is Josh Sigurdson, John Sneisen, signing out from World Alternative Media. Find the truth, be the change.
Wow.